Avgolemono sauce, one of the classic sauces in the Greek pantheon of culinary wisdom. It's a wonderful liaised sauce, very lemony, tart with dill and wine, earthy with stock, bound with eggs. Hence the word liaised. So it's a little tricky because like other sauces liaised with eggs, you want to make sure your eggs are tempered and you don't wind up with scrambled eggs or clotted bits of egg in the sauce. So while my lamb is resting, this is typically how I would make this. A little bit of oil is okay in here, but you very slowly want to tip away the fat. The oil comes to the top and those streaky bits of browned lamb juice linger at the bottom. So just go nice and slowly. If you have a gravy separator, this is an ideal time to use it. A little bit of oil is gonna emulsify into this sauce thanks to the liaised eggs. So I'm gonna stop there. If you want to be super clean about this, you can always use a spoon and skim that last little bit of fat away. There's all of our yummy little lamb scrapings. All of that is delicious flavor. The challenge here right now is how to get those off the pan. I have some light stock here. I'm gonna set this over the burner. I don't need much time on my stovetop to let the heat and the liquid get all of those brown scrapey bits, known in classical French cooking as fond, because it's the foundation of so many great sauces, off my pan. 30 seconds of that and we're all done. Do you remember that light color stock that was in that cup measure? Look at this now. Deep and rich and lammy. I don't mind any of those solids in there. If you want to be elegant about it, we're going to strain the sauce later on anyway. Those will all get caught up in there and we're just going to heat that up. We're going to add our white wine, a tablespoon of our lemon juice, and we're going to let that reduce by about half. We have roughly about 2 1/4 cups in there. We want to wind up with about a cup of liquid. It's going to take 5, 6, 7 minutes. Now, if you notice, I chose a pan with high sides, but also one that's fairly wide to help the evaporation process. In this bowl here, while that's reducing, pinch of salt, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, my eggs. I'm gonna whisk those together. That little bit of lemon juice in there is there for fresh lemon flavor, but the other benefit of having them in there is that it also tempers our eggs. If they were just beaten eggs, the minute that that hot stock goes in there, it would start overcooking them with a little bit of liquid in there, even if it was a tablespoon or 2 of water. It's gonna slow that process down. While that's reducing, I'm also gonna mince my dill. We're gonna put that in at the last minute, so all of that fresh dill flavor goes in there. All right, so let's see how close we are. Oh yeah, right on the nose. 1 cup. What you want to do, because we're tempering this. I have very hot liquid here. I have room temperature eggs and lemon juice here. So a really thin stream. So even as it drops from my cup measure into my eggs, it tempers those. It just makes them warmer. It doesn't set them. And as you can see here, absolutely no cooked egg. And temperature-wise, it's warm, maybe 85 degrees. Once you're successful, throwing that first 1/4 cup in bombs away with the rest. And then this mixture goes back into my pan. My pan is hot, so before I even stick the heat on it, I'm gonna cook it a little more. Just by the fact that it went into a hot pan, it actually thickened up just a little bit. So now all I'm doing is warming this up and allowing those eggs to set my sauce. When I want to cool it down, I just pick it up. When I want more heat, I just set it down. See those little wisps of steam? That's the pan talking to me. It's getting hot enough for this sauce to thicken a little bit, and all of a sudden, it just kind of set. Remember all those lamb solids that went in there? Those are them. Dill. Now sometimes I'll keep this sauce hot in a thermos. Sometimes you can just set it on a warm part of the stove, but our lamb has been resting. So it's time to slice it, plate this thing with some root vegetables, add all of our delicious sauce to it, and have dinner.